Oh, delete it. Delete it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new Slum Your video. How have you all been? I've been pretty good. Up until now, at least. I feel a little bit rough, a little bit tired, not feeling too great. But this situation that we're about to cover, it's too good to miss up on. Because recently, the Fortnite pro and content creator Peterbot was actually quote-unquote exposed. This clip is about 2 years old now, from when Peterbot was 16, but has now just been released. And in the video, Peterbot says some slurs.
You fucking on that cake?
You want some?
I'm good, thank you, bro.
Bro, stop being gay, bro.
Oh, delete it. Delete it.
So as you've all seen from the clip, Peterbot is surrounded by a few of his friends whilst he's eating some cake, but somebody's filming him. He goes for the camera and calls him gay and then calls him the F slur. He then goes on to say the N-word, and then towards the end of the clip he just says the N-word several times. When this clip first came out, there were lots of people trying to say that this was in fact AI. A lot of these people were either rage bait accounts or people that fell for that rage bait and started to genuinely parrot that narrative.
That's the peep shit. That's like obviously AI. I feel like it's obviously AI, bro. Right? That's AI, bro. Okay, thank God. Yo, I thought, bro, for a second, I thought I was about to go live and people were about to believe that shit. I'm about to say, bro, ain't no way we believe in that shit, bro. I dead as stuff for a second, bro. I thought I was gonna go live and like 2 or 3 people were saying we believe that. The fuck? We ain't believing that shit, bro. The fuck? That's obviously AI.
It was actually the best clip I could find to try and sum up the argument of lots of people. It's people just saying that, yeah, this clip's clearly AI, which if you actually take a look at this pretty low quality clip, nothing stands out to me that this would be AI, or that wouldn't be my first assumption at least. I think it's pretty self-explanatory why Peterbot would get backlash for this. Not only has he said, you know, a few slurs that people are up in arms about, but as well he is a pro Fortniter. He appeals to a more child-friendly demographic, so people weren't happy across all fronts with this. I mean, some people were going above and beyond and trying to properly cancel Peterbot for this clip. I do think when we're talking about something like this with the usage of slurs, I think we need to be more open-minded to the situation and the facts of it. So for example, the fact this was 2 years ago, Peterbot was significantly younger than he currently is. Things like the context of why it was said as well. These things, you know, determine what severity level people should go at this with. And to be honest with you, the viewer, this is a situation that I honestly would never even really bother covering. Slur usage is pretty self-explanatory, why people would be up in arms on it, and also the flip side of that, why some people might even defend it. There is simply no point me ever making a video on this because quite frankly I don't really give a shit above the surface level. It's a thing you see online, you like the post, you go, oh he said that, and you move on. It isn't something that you honestly really think about unless it's an incredibly egregious case of it. And I do think factors like the context of this and the fact that Peterbot was significantly younger kind of has to go into that, and the environment that he is in there, the people that he's around, the people weren't exactly shocked that he had said those slurs. So he's clearly in an environment that is okay with that, which doesn't excuse whatever he said, but I do think that is an important factor to take into account.
Alright, so look, this is my take on the Peterbot situation. I'm gonna just call it out. All you little Fortnite weirdos trying to cancel him and shit like that, it's whack. The kid was like 15 at the time, bro. I'm not saying what he did was right, but he's a kid, okay? I've said a lot of shit when I was 15. Everybody has. I'm not defending everything he said in that clip. I'm not saying what he said was right or funny, but I'm just saying, have some slack. It's a kid.
And I actually do agree with Aiden Ross here. Peterbot was 16 when this clip was filmed. Everybody in their teenage years have said something that you regret, something that you definitely should have done. And to sit here on a moral high ground and completely cancel this guy and destroy his career over this would be such an unnecessary thing to do when this is a common occurrence. It doesn't excuse what he said, and you know, you can still make fun of it, critique it, whatever you want to do, but I think that's something to take into account. I'm not going to sit here on a moral high ground and act like I've never said something that I regret, even a slur that I might regret. We've all been there. We've all said these things. It's just about how you move on and how you learn from that.
Like, goddamn, bro. This fucking, oh my god. He wasn't saying it in an intent of damaging or saying it in an ignorant way. He was saying it because he wasn't supposed to say it. And his friend got to get checked ASAP, bro. His friend got to get checked ASAP.
Aiden Ross is talking about there is the intent, why he said it, and who he said it to. It'd be a completely different story if maybe Peterbot was older, if he said it in a different context, if he was saying it to somebody else and why he was saying it and how he came across when he was saying it, all these different factors. It doesn't excuse what he said, doesn't make it right, because I know people will comment that like I'm trying to defend him here, but there are factors here that need to be taken into account when you're rationing this up. Now, after this went super viral and Peterbot genuinely got an onslaught amount of hate from this, he actually actually responded. The video is surfaced showing me using a racial slur while at the agent house. This incident took place when I was 16 years old. At the time, I was in an environment where I was heavily influenced by others and was asked to say it. That does not excuse my words, but it is important context for my understanding the circumstances. I recognize now how deeply wrong and hurtful that language is. I take full responsibility for saying it, regardless of my age or the pressures I felt in that moment. You know, Peterbot can't really do any more than just apologize for it, take accountability, issue a statement like this, and move on. This clip is 2 years old. He can't take back what he said. He can only take an accountability and just show that he's changed if that's something that he wants to do. I want to sincerely apologize to the communities affected and to anyone who has been hurt by my words. I'm committed to continuing to learn, grow, and ensure that my actions moving forward reflect respect and understanding. Talking about moving forward here, but surely at this point he's already started to move forward because this clip is over 2 years old. Earlier we brought up the fact that lots of people were trying to defend this clip of Peterbot by saying this is clearly AI, and now that has kind of come back in the picture as people have said that this response to this clip from Peterbot was made by AI.
I checked the apology.
No.
Do it.
You're actually kidding.
AI plagiarism checker. Trusted AI detector. Never go on a sponsored shit.
No.
There are a few things to say here. One, I think it's incredibly funny that he's used AI for this response, seeing how mad and angry people were. Secondly, it's also incredibly reckless. Surely by using AI, if that is the case, you're just bringing more hate to yourself if people eventually do find out. I just don't know why you would use AI in a response like this, because like I said, if you do get found out, that's way more backlash. And as well, if it does get found out that you use AI for a response, it kind of shows people that you don't necessarily care about what you're saying about the situation at hand. And if you don't care, you might as well not say anything. It just comes across that you're doing this and saying this to please the masses because you've been put pressure on.
No.
Yo, how stupid can you get, bro?
Bro, that's actually bad. That
Bro.
makes it so much
Oh
worse.
my
Oh god, that makes it so
bro.
much worse, bro.
Bro, I mean, bro, look at Peterbot. You know he ripping that shit. Probably right now, man, bro. He was.
Hey, he's probably fucking cussing the fuck out of his lungs right now, like the same shit he just
No,
did.
he's probably like. He's
Probably
probably. On,
fucking raging.
Bro.
That take there is going to be one that lots of people have, is that this has made the situation 10 times worse, because it does kind of show you that, you know, if he's using AI for this response, he clearly doesn't care about the situation, he doesn't care about what he's saying, and he's just doing it to avoid more drama and more pressure on him from other big popular creators that he hasn't said anything. If Peterbot didn't use AI to make his response, I honestly wouldn't be making this video. It's hilarious that he's done it, it's incredibly reckless, and it's, you know, the thing that people should be more focused on. The fact that, you know, he clearly doesn't care, he's doing this just to please the people that are trying to cancel him, to the extent that he's used AI. And even if you don't mean what you're saying, surely you just wouldn't risk doing the AI, right? Surely you wouldn't risk doing the AI apology that people find out and you get more backlash. Surely you just type out a half-arsed apology and you put it out there, and that's it. You know, you wash your hands even if you don't mean it. I think the funnier outcome here is the possibility that, you know, Peterbot is genuinely sincere with the stuff he said here, but he just had no idea how to word it, so he chucked it in like ChatGPT and got him to like spit out some random apology for it. Ultimately, is it the worst situation ever? No, there's lots of context there that needs to be dived into. I think people have kind of been disingenuous with it and overreacted massively to this, but is it funny and incredibly reckless? Yeah, it's an absolutely hilarious situation. How angry people have gotten, the clip itself, the AI response, it's all incredibly funny. That will do it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. If you do have any opinions on this, please feel free to leave it down below in the comments, and once you're done then, you might as well subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any sloppy meal content. Sorry for being, you know, a bit less energetic today. I just feel a bit rough, a bit under the weather, don't feel quite right, so I'm just not all there. But I did want to make this video as I'd already taken a break for one day. I didn't want to miss 2 days of uploading. I didn't want to do that whatsoever, so, you know, we're pushing for it to get this video. So if you did enjoy, please consider subscribing, please.